see this terracotta vision behind me, you may be forgiven in thinking that I'm somewhere like Tuscany or Bologna, but I'm in fact in the mean streets of Compton in Surrey. Mary Watts, who designed this church, she was originally from Scotland, from a well-to-do family. She was actually brought up in a castle on the shores of Loch Ness. She ended up coming to London to study in the South Kensington Art School. So I've got a bird making a lot of noise. And then the Slade Fine Art School. She met George Frederick Watts, who was a well-known symbolist painter and sculptor. They married when she was 36 and I think he was in his late 60s. This was in 1868.
Of all the money that e'er I spent it.
Yes, so they were very much in favour of trying to revive the handicrafts. Mary Watts set up a home arts class to teach pottery to the villagers of Compton. The chapel was built with local clay modelled under Mrs. Watts' instruction by the local villagers. It was very much a community project using local materials. The Watts very much believed that the true ideal of work is that its end should be the public good. The standard of craftsmanship was such that after the exterior of the chapel was complete, her amateur evening class was able to turn professional. Initially known as Compton Terracotta Home Arts, they became Compton Potters Arts Guild. Mrs. Watts had achieved the ultimate home arts goal, to train local uneducated artisans to professional standards. Yeah, this carved cross behind the wrought iron cross on the door of the chapel is copied from a gravestone at Iona in Argyllshire, Scotland.
Of all the money that e'er I spent it in good company.
There's quite an eclectic mix of motifs throughout the chapel. Here on the three corbels underneath the frieze are three Greek-style sphinxes which appear on each of the four friezes that encircle the chapel. On each of the exterior buttresses you have perennial symbolism which has existed in most cultures. Here in the middle section is the Tree of Life, which can represent themes such as ancestral lineage, rebirth and immortality, and a connection to nature. On the engaged shaft of the columns runs wavy lines to portray the river of life, denoting life-sustaining, life-empowering, and new life. These columns are surmounted with capitals symbolising the four evangelists.
Of all the
Anyway, I hope that's inspired you to maybe come and visit this chapel. As I said, it's in Compton in Surrey. You do have the George Frederick Watts Gallery just up the road. It's literally a 5-minute walk. I didn't think it, I've been before and I didn't think it was overly impressive. I think this is the main attraction. But if you're coming here, it's obviously worth going there. You can get a coffee, use the toilet. So you might as well pop in and see his work in there. Even if you can't make it here, at least you've had a window onto this world. So the famous grave to be found here, it's the writer of Brave New World, Aldous Huxley, is buried here. Also famous for writing The Island, The Doors of Perception. I've only read Brave New World, and he did a travel memoir which was pretty good. From what I remember. But yeah, here's his grave if you're interested. So you can make a pilgrimage here, not just to see the chapel, but you can pay your respects here. Yeah, it's quite a modest grave, really. Yes, I'm just walking about the graveyard. I think the actress Patricia Hayes is buried here as well. She was in Till Death Do Us Part. Yeah, she was in Till Death Do Us Part with Warren Mitchell, and I think she was in a few films as well. She was usually in comedic roles. I remember reading this before, which I liked. Brian Paul Whitehouse. I don't know if he's a relation to Paul Whitehouse, but the dark threads are as needful in the weaver's skillful hand as the threads of gold and silver in the pattern he has planned. Oh, Patricia Hayes, I found it. So if you're a fan of Patricia Hayes' work, you can see there, Patricia Hayes, OBE, actress, mother, grandmother, friend, 1909 to 1998. I might need to use the toilet. I don't know if that's, is that bad? I don't really want to walk back to the gallery and use the toilet there, because it's going to piss down in a minute. Just quickly use the toilet. I'm going to have to. It's got an hour and a half drive back. Last look at the chapel there. Designed by a woman. Would you believe it? I'm joking, of course. Can you resist the cemetery?